Hello and welcome, everybody. My name is Space Muffin, and this is the Void Playground. Today, I am joined by none other than legendary signature hunter and fan of voice acting, Jumpman.
Hey,
I am also joined by JD. JD, how you doing today,
What's
man?
up? Doing good. Just been busy. That's all.
I know exactly how you feel. So today, guys, we got a special episode for you guys today.
yes,
We're going to be talking about the American adult animated musical comedy series streaming, I believe, on Amazon. Is that correct?
yes.
Hazbin
Amazon.
Hotel. Okay, so correct me if I'm wrong, but this was originally pilot was released on YouTube or something like that, wasn't it?
Yes, yeah. The original pilot was released way back in 2019 on YouTube for free
Oh wow!
as part of like a Kickstarter.
And so, tell us about the show. Who are the main characters? What's the show about, Jumpman?
Let's see. Hazbin Hotel follows the Princess of Hell, Charlie, who in hell decides to create a hotel for sinners, demons, to be able to redeem themselves, so they may go into heaven. And also, every year, the angels from heaven come to hell to exterminate a population of hell.
Well, that sounds pretty fun. So, let's talk, before we get into kind of the episodes that you just watched and things like that. Let's talk about the cast. We have Stephanie. Is it Beatrice? Right? She is. Is it Vaggie?
Yeah, Vaggie, yeah, or
Vaggie?
yeah.
Vaggie,
Vag-
yeah.
yeah.
So she is also, for those of you who do not know, she is also her name is Quiet in Twisted Metal, so she also plays that character as well. So I thought that was kind of interesting trivia for some Twisted Metal fans out there. Then we have Alex Brightman. He plays Sir. Is it Sir Pentius?
Yeah, Serpentius.
Or Sir Pentius? Sorry, yeah. And then Adam as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. Adam's basically like the main antagonist.
We have the legendary Keith David as Husk.
Okay. Oh yeah, Husk, the bartender, right?
Yeah.
I
Keith
think.
David. For those of you who
Mhm.
obviously don't know, Keith David is a legend. Spawn, right? Lots of good stuff. I mean, he's just been in like so much stuff. But yeah, Keith David is he's a legend. Call of Duty, he's done a lot of stuff. Destiny 2, Mortal Kombat 11, he's in Halo 5, Saints Row 4. Saints Row in general. He plays Julius Little. But yeah, there's a lot of good stuff that Keith David has done. He's also the Arbiter. I forgot that he's the Arbiter. All these iconic roles that this guy does. But anyways, Hazbin Hotel. Okay, so that's kind of the main cast there. There's a Nifty, right?
Yeah.
Kikimo Glenn. Haven't really heard too much about her, but so let's talk about this, Jumpman. So how have you been liking the show thus far?
Oh, it's amazing. There's it's got like this dark, twisted humor that I love. I watch a lot of adult animated shows like Family Guy, Rick and Morty.
Okay.
And this is also a musical, and I've watched a lot of musicals. This show really is perfect for me. And
Okay, so how would you compare this to, like, say, other adult animated shows? Or would you say it's kind of it's so like different that like it's kind of hard to find something that's similar?
it's unique. It is unique, I would say, as far as its story and setting is concerned, and the fact that it's also a musical, which I don't think an adult animated show has done in a musical format like this.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, because there's literally like 2 songs per episode. It's first and foremost a musical,
So
just as
JD,
much as it is yeah.
so JD, let me ask you a question, JD, if I may.
Yeah.
I know you haven't seen the latest episodes of the show, but what are your thoughts on what you have seen? What is your Yeah, I see you smiling. For those of you on Apple Podcasts. But yeah,
So
JD, how you feeling, man?
I don't know. I really like the show. So when Jumpman actually messaged me about it, he didn't tell me a single thing about it. He just told me to go watch it. So I was like, okay. So initially, when I first watched it, I was caught off guard with the whole musical thing.
Oh,
So
you didn't even know it was a musical
I
comedy?
know I did not know it was a musical.
That
So
was I thought I told you that.
no, you just said that go watch it because we're going to talk about it. I was like, okay, a homework assignment for me. So I thoroughly enjoyed it. The musical did catch me off guard. You know what it kind of reminds me of? Not only does it remind me of like Rick and Morty and like Family Guy and stuff like that, like the adult animated shows, but it's like if Disney and Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon came together and created an adult show. You know, you have so like
Yeah,
when I first heard them singing and like doing the musical, I was like, this awfully sounds like Disney.
it sounds like
Interesting.
the music. Some of the music sounds like Disney if they wanted to do an adult show.
Yeah, exactly. So that
Some
was
of it
thoroughly
does.
entertaining.
So who is the production company behind this? Is it Spindle Horse Tunes?
I think it's A24 or it's like they're an indie studio.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
well,
A24.
A24.
Okay, so let's talk about
yeah.
A24 just for a couple seconds. A24. They've kind of like been on the rise, like these past few years. I mean, obviously, you had like Ex Machina, back in the day. That would, like, for anyone who hasn't seen Ex Machina, it's a really great movie. But really lately, I mean, they just been kind of just putting out banger after banger after banger. You know what I mean? We had Everywhere All at Once, Everything Everywhere All at Once, right? They did that one. The Iron Claw, one of my favorite movies of 2023, they put out. So they're kind of known for their darker, kind of twisted stuff, but they can also do really interesting stuff too. Like there's a lot of good stuff with A24. So it's good to see a company like that essentially, I don't know, has the wherewithal, I don't know, to do different stuff. So that's kind of cool. And then I believe Amazon, like themselves, are involved with it, right?
Yeah, they are the distributors for Hazbin Hotel.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. I don't think they were directly involved with the making of it.
Interesting. Yeah, no, and then I'm looking at some other stuff. Wow, that so this is related to Hell of a Boss, right?
Yes. It's kind of weird. Like he started off with the original pilot that came out in 2019, Hazbin Hotel. That gained like millions of views. But oddly enough, the YouTuber decided to go with creating Hell of a Boss, instead of just continuing Hazbin Hotel right off the bat. Which Hell of a Boss is really good too. It's free on YouTube to watch and has a really great cast as well. The humor is a lot darker than Hazbin Hotel, and it doesn't have the musical numbers, or not as much music, I should say.
So, you mentioned, so let's talk about the music. We kind of started comparing this to Disney a little bit earlier. Is this the kind of soundtrack that you're on a road trip to SAC Anime or whatever, and you can just put in the soundtrack? Like, is it one of those soundtracks, or is it kind of like, no, I got to be like in a specific mood to listen to this?
Oh no, absolutely. This is a soundtrack that I could listen to over and over again.
Oh wow. Okay, so it's that good. Okay.
It's just not in front of the kids.
Yeah, just not in front of the kids. Yeah,
not in front of the kids.
just not in front of those pesky kids.
No. Wait. I gotta. JD, what's your favorite musical number so far?
Oh my gosh, I like it. Okay, so I like the one that basically the first one when she went to go meet with Adam. Like because the one that they had the meeting with him. Like
okay.
Yeah, basically like he's such a jerk. I kind of like I kind of like him a little bit, but at the same time, it's like, come on, she's a kid, so you gotta give her
Yeah.
kind of some slack. But yeah,
Okay.
that's one of like the ones I enjoy the most.
Happy Day in Hell, the very first musical number that you
Hmm.
hear in the first episode. That's one of my
Oh yeah, that was
favorites.
also a good one too.
Yeah. Loser Baby in episode 4. Yeah, that's a really good one. It's one of my favorites.
There's a lot of good ones, to be honest.
Yeah, no, yeah.
So, like, I have a feeling, and you know, you can kind of see if a show is going to be a cult show. You know what I mean? Like, I have a feeling that this is going to be one of those shows, like when it's done, like where people like it's going to have like a hardcore dedicated fan base. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of interesting stuff. So let me ask you guys a couple questions. So there's also another show here I'm looking at. It's called Zoophobia. He also did that one? Or that's a webcomic, right?
Yeah, yeah, I think it's something separate, or I heard of it.
I was just curious. So as far as the
Yeah.
animation goes, let's talk about the animation real quick, Jumpman. Like, I mean, obviously, you know, I don't know. Like, how do you feel about the animation? What would you compare it to if you had to compare it to something?
It kind of reminds me of the animation of the early 2000s, like on Nickelodeon. Like Invader Zim is probably the best
Okay.
example I could think of.
Invader Zim, like My Life as a Teenage Robot, like stuff like that.
We're maybe a little more closer to Invader Zim.
More closer to Zim?
Because it does have that kind of darker tone.
Okay.
But interestingly enough, in Hell of a Boss, Moxie is voiced by Richard Horvitz, that voiced Invader Zim back then.
Wow. That was a wild show, Invader Zim. It's amazing what you were able to get away with back then. So you know, I mean, this sounds to me, Jumpman, like, you know, they're gonna do this. Now, would you be okay? So there's gonna be a second season, probably. Is that correct? Or...
I don't think a second season has been green lit, but there better be a second season, because the end of the season 1 does leave it an opening for a second season. Like there is a kind of like, I mean, you do get a conclusion, but then there's also like, oh my god, this might happen in season 2.
Okay,
like they set up something for season 2 at the end.
So they do set up some. They leave it open ended enough to where, you know, you can.
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty cool, man. I mean, this sounds to me like, look, if you guys are a fan of adult animation, if you're a fan of musical comedy, if you're a fan of that kind of dark, twisted humor, right?
Yeah, it's really
Then this obviously might be there. You know, this might be there for you guys. So, we all have Amazon. Everybody's got Amazon, so you know, you guys should definitely check it out. Now, real quick, Jumpman, are there any specific episodes or any, like, I know there's 8 episodes, but was there something that like stood out above the rest, or would you say it's pretty consistent throughout the whole show?
Overall, I'd say it's pretty consistent. I mean, the musical I have some favorite musical numbers, but I mean, all the music's great. I mean, it's I don't know if there's any particular episode that really stands out to me.
Wow.
But it's just consistently good. Like, I could binge watch all 8 episodes back to back, no problem.
So you would be willing to binge watch said episodes again?
Yeah, because it's a musical. It's basically like what the whole season 8 probably has, like a runtime of like 2 hour 45 minutes.
Oh wow!
So it's like a long musical comedy.
Oh, interesting.
That I could just binge watch.
Wow. So Hazbin Hotel, guys, check it out. Jumpman, any closing statements? Is there anything else you want to maybe add to this?
What was it? Man. What was Nifty? Nifty, I believe her name was. She's crazy.
Oh, wow. Okay. Nifty's crazy. There you guys have it. Yeah. Nifty is crazy. JD.
Nifty, yeah.
JD, she plays Penny Parker, I guess, as well. The same actress in Into the Spider-Verse. And
okay. I didn't. Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
So that's kind of interesting. But anyways, JD, closing statements. What are your thoughts on this new show?
Go watch it. It's very entertaining.
Yeah, absolutely.
There you guys have it. Look, listen, follow us on X, Void Playground. Also, guys, if you haven't already, visit thevoid.gg. Join us on Discord. We have a lot of cool stuff on Discord. And it's just, we have a really amazing community. We're doing, the big meeting. So, every once a month, guys, we're all getting together with the community. So if you guys have any suggestions for the podcast, I know some of you guys have been in people's DMs, but if you guys have any suggestions, hit up JD or hit up me or even Jumpman, and we will, we'll see if we can get it rolling.
Yeah.
All right, cool guys. We will see you guys in the next podcast. You guys take it easy, okay?
See ya.
Cool.
Peace.